If you're a teenager and you can relate to me, the story I'm about to tell you, then continue watching this video. So maybe you felt lately like you like this girl and she won't talk back to you, or she doesn't seem attracted to you. And your friends are a little bit of assholes and they're not like you. Like you just feel like there's something off with this world and you feel like you've been lied to. Like there's something missing in your life. Like you just don't feel right. You feel like the education system has been doing weird shit to you, and like you just don't feel like a man. Maybe you can relate to this. Like you just go to school, come back home, and you eat, play video games, go to sleep, and that's it. That's all your life. But there's something else. Like you want to be something else. You want to be more. You know that you're wasting your life away by scrolling on your phone and watching porn. And I used to be like this. Just imagine that. I used to watch porn almost every single day. I used to play video games almost every single day and this was during the summer, by the way. I would play for 6 hours. 6 hours, and after that, I just didn't feel good about myself. I feel weird and lethargic and sick, and I just hated it. Maybe you can relate to that as a teenager. Just imagine that, like playing for 6 hours where you could go outside and you have some fun outside and play some sports or whatever. Maybe you can relate to this. Like you feel depressed, but you still keep on doing these habits. You still keep on doing these depressive, shitty habits. And we're gonna change that for you today. I'm giving you the full guide on how to balance becoming better and still have school and all this shit as a teenager. I'm not gonna waste your time anymore. The first thing that we want to talk about is your goals. We want to settle these goals down for you. As a teenager, we want you to have these amazing, good goals that are gonna be good for your life. And don't be afraid, okay? If you're a man and you want to have, like, let's say you want to have a girlfriend and that's your goal, write it fucking down. If you want to become a millionaire by like age 25, write it fucking down. It's okay, bro. It's okay to write these goals, the desires. It's okay to write them down. If you desire to have a good physique, write it down. And just to understand, there's gonna be tons of people that don't want you to do these goals to achieve them. Do you really want it? You as a teenager, do you really want it? Do you really want to achieve those goals? Do you really want to become better? Do you really want to become this new masculine man, this masculine young man who's trying to improve his life, who's trying to become better, who doesn't want to be watching porn, playing video games, eating junk food because you know they're bad? That's bad for you. You know it's bad for you. You know that shit doesn't work. That you've been told by this modern world, oh yeah, it's okay to play 1 hour of video games. But deep down, part of you knows that that's not true. The reason why you feel like shit is because you keep on listening to this modern world that tells you, oh, it's okay to play 1 hour of video games. Oh, it's okay to watch porn. It's okay to eat junk food. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Just keep on doing it. And there's gonna be people who tell you that it's okay to eat junk food from time to time, bro. It's okay to play 1 hour of video games. Those are the people who don't want to see you succeed. And you need to understand that once you write down these goals and you understand, like, oh yeah, this is what I truly want. I want to be healthy. I want to be the best version of myself. It's okay to have these desires. It's okay. Bro, there's nothing wrong. It's just this modern world that's wrong. And you're gonna change that. You're gonna become better yourself. And you're gonna write down these goals. And then I'm gonna tell you about the mentality that we want you to have during this goal, okay? Write them down. Write down whatever goals that you have, that you want to become a millionaire, that you want to have a great physique, that you want to be healthier, you want to get girls, okay? Just write them down. And now let's talk about the mentality part. The first mentality, or the first mindset, is dissatisfaction. If you truly want to be a successful person, a successful man in your life, you have to be dissatisfied. You have to be unhappy, pissed off at the fact that this world has lied to you, and that you want to do something about that. You're pissed off and you want to work fucking hard. You just want to do it because you feel fucking depressed. You don't want to be this fat motherfucker who has a simple life, who just doesn't feel great about themselves, who just feels bad and deep down wants these desires. You have to be fucking dissatisfied. Just a little tiny bit. And this way you'll actually take action. You'll actually work hard. Those are the first steps to improving your life. Having a clear goal and this mentality, this mindset. And then there's another mindset is that right now, everything affects you in the future. The small little stuff like eating the chocolate, playing the video games, watching the porn, all of that is affecting your future self significantly. You just don't realize it till it's too late, till you've played too many video games and you wasted too much of your life on that shit, on scrolling on your phone as well, on just watching porn. Like literally, that is such a significant thing. You gotta realize that the stuff that you're doing now is gonna affect you later on in life. It just is, especially if you're really consistent with it. It can either be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. You're either going to the gym, you're working fucking hard, you're working on your goals and your business and shit, or you're not and you're doing these bad habits, and you gotta choose two of the paths. You can't go in between. You cannot be I can have like a bad habit Like, I can still watch porn and I can still be successful in my business. No, you're not gonna be successful. You're either on the good path or the bad path. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things for you. Sometimes you might go into the bad path. You might do some of the bad habits. You might jerk off from time to time. Like, sometimes you'll have these random periods of time where you'll just eat junk food and play video games and watch porn. It happens to all of us, to the best of the best. But the thing is, we still want you to keep on going. We still want you to be on the good path and still change your identity to this new young man who wants to become successful, who is doing the good habits, okay? And now I'm going to explain to you the good habits that are going to improve your life. The first one is the cornerstone of self-improvement and improving your life and becoming better. And it's working out, specifically to build muscle and going to the gym and lifting weights, okay? This is the first thing we want you to do. As a teenager, we want you to start going to the gym, working out, and just this way, it's one of the best habits to have because you feel more confident about yourself. You're doing the first productive habits of your entire life. You just feel great about yourself when you start working out. Another thing that you can also do is either gym and working out and building muscle, which is how I started at first, but also doing sports. If you know you have talent for a specific sport and you really like that sport, go and try out for the team. Go and train for that sport and become very good at that sport because it's a very, like, once you learn the skill and it's like sports and stuff like that, you can coach people on that skill. Which, by the way, if you're interested in my one-to-one coaching, down in the description there's a link for my Calendly, and it's not for free. Okay, I have a program which I can teach you on how to quit porn. If porn really pains you right now and you haven't been able to quit porn, I can help you quit porn. I can also help you increase your testosterone, become more productive, being able to study better, become just a lot better in your productivity, and this is really good for you. Those are pretty much the things that I will teach you, okay? And if you're interested, just click the link, set up a call with me, and we'll see if we're a fit for each other. And doing sports, going to the gym, absolutely the best thing that you can start doing right now as a child. And you might say, oh, but working out, it stunts your growth, right? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's just one specific exercise that stunts your growth, but it's plyometric and it's not really about building muscle. It's one where you're like, let's say you're on a chair or on a box jump, like the boxes that you jump off from, like athletes jump off, and you jump off and then you land on the ground and you bounce up. That's the only exercise that stunts your growth. Don't do that exercise. The only way that you will actually stunt your growth is if you do not eat, okay? If you don't eat, if you starve yourself, you're not gonna grow, okay? So the best thing you can do is start eating a lot. But this brings me to my next point. We want you to start eating healthy, because once you start eating healthy, you start eating good, you have this good habit as well, another good habit that's gonna be good for you because you're gonna build more muscle this way. But also, you're gonna feel healthier, you're gonna be more productive. In a weird way, eating healthier will lead you to having better grades. In a weird way, exercising will lead you to having better grades. Obviously, you still gotta put in a little bit of work and study and do your work and stuff like that. But right now, which I'll explain a little bit later, that's not gonna be your main thing, okay? We want you to start eating healthy. Because once you start eating healthy, this is such a good thing for you, especially as a teenager. Because right now you're developing. I myself, as a teenager, I do these things, okay, bro? I'm with you. I do these things. I do self-improvement even though I go to school. Like before, well, I'll explain that later. But pretty much, how can you mix this with school? Okay, you can tell your parents like, oh yeah, mom, dad, I want to start going to the gym. And no, the gym doesn't stunt your growth. Like working out doesn't stunt your growth. There's a lot of studies. And just show them like professionals who tell this. And if you want, you can show the video, like this part of the video to them. And I'm telling you, no, show this video to your parents right now. And I'm going to tell you guys, like you two, parents, dad, mom, dad, no, working out does not stunt your growth. I myself, I work out, I do sports, and my growth hasn't stunned. I'm still growing. And the only way that he's going to stunt his growth, your child, your kid, is if he doesn't eat well, okay? That's the only way that he's going to stunt his growth. If he doesn't eat well, then he's not going to grow. He has to start eating a better diet, okay? Support him in this. Don't be a bad parent. Just support him in exercising and going to the gym and eating healthy, okay? Just support him in that because this is such a good thing for him to do. It's such a good thing that's going to increase his confidence. He's going to improve his life and he's just going to feel great about himself, okay? So please let him go to the gym, or let him work out or whatever, and just supports him on this. It's such a good thing for him. If you want your little boy to have a good life, this is really good for him, okay? Alright, you can stop showing him the video. And sure, there might be some times that your parents might buy some junk food and they might you might go to a restaurant, and if it's a fast food restaurant, I don't recommend you go to those. But if you do go to a restaurant, let's say McDonald's, and you get a burger, maybe just eat half of the burger, okay? Just eat a little bit less than that, because it's not really good for you. It is not good for you. But let's say you go to a restaurant, like they serve steaks and stuff like that. Order a steak. Anytime you go to a restaurant where they have like protein available that's good for you, like steak and stuff like that, always order the steaks. Always order a steak. Don't order the fries, because the fries are not good for you. Order, let's say, a sweet potato and stuff like that. Order something that's healthy for you. And this way, it's healthier than just eating fucking a burger and shit like that. Okay? Anytime you go to a restaurant, order the healthiest thing that you can find, which is usually a steak, okay? And also, for your parents to actually, for you to actually, like, eat healthier, to convince them, tell them that you want more of the meat, the fruits, the vegetables, you want to eat more of that, okay? Just start convincing them and telling them, oh yeah, I want to be healthier, I want to feel better about myself, so I want to start eating more steak and vegetables and fruit and eggs, okay? Like literally start making your own eggs. Tell them, oh yeah, mom and dad, can you buy me more eggs? I want to eat more eggs because I want to eat healthier, and I want to cook it myself, okay? Cooking eggs is pretty simple, bro. It's literally just, this is the best way to do it. Grab some butter. I suggest that you buy butter because it's a lot healthier than just eating canola oil and these weird fucking seed oils, okay? Just literally buy butter, or tell your parents, if you don't have money yourself, just tell your parents, butter and olive oil. Those are the two things that you should cook your eggs with, and literally just make your scrambled eggs like this. Like, just put some salt on your eggs, scramble them, put the butter on the pan or whatever, or some olive oil, or you can do both. Doing both really tastes good. And you just mix them up, you scramble them, and you wait for the butter and the oil to heat up, and make sure like it's a little bit hot when you put your hand over it. Do not put your hand into the fucking oil, don't be a dumbass. Just put your hand over it, and see it when it gets a little bit hotter and hotter. Maybe there's a little bit of steam coming out. That's when you put the eggs in. You grab your spatula and, you know, just mix them up. Make sure that they're cooked well, okay? Don't burn them, but don't have them all like squishy and shit. You can have them a little bit squished. That's like the best flavor and the best texture, okay? But don't have them burnt, okay? Do not burn them. Do not burn the fucking house down, okay, bro? Cooking eggs is fun, honestly. It's pretty fucking simple. It's pretty easy. Now let's talk about actually your mental health and all this stuff that's really important. Mental health is so important, because this is the reason why you keep on watching porn, playing video games, eating junk food. The reason why you keep on doing these bad habits, which, by the way, you might enjoy, but they're bad for you, bro. So stop. Just stop doing them. Once I stopped doing these 3 habits, my life became a lot better. I became a successful athlete in my school, and I'm pretty popular in my school, and I also feel better about myself. I built a nice physique, or I'm building a nice physique. I haven't built like the best fucking physique in the world, but I'm improving my life. I really am improving my life. And we want you to start improving your mental health, and we want you also to sleep better. Those are the 2 main things: mental health and sleeping better. We want you to get the most out of your sleep. So we want you to sleep 8 to 10 hours to make sure that you grow well and that you develop well, okay? But for your mental health, which, by the way, by improving your mental health, you will be able to sleep a lot faster and a lot better, and you'll feel better by yourself. For your mental health, we can improve is by meditation, gratitude journaling, and cold showers. So let's talk about meditation first. You probably heard of meditation before, like, oh yeah, you gotta be focused on your breath and shit. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to actually meditate, and we want you to make meditation a consistent habit every single day by writing down a schedule, which I forgot to tell you, yeah. We want you to write down a schedule for every single day for the rest of your life, okay? A schedule of what you're gonna do in the morning, and at first you might not follow it like fully. You might not fully go with your schedule. You might not do everything that you have in the schedule, but making some progress and following this schedule is a lot better than not making any progress. So we want you to start like every single morning. You wake up, you go first thing in the morning, you take a cold shower, and which, by the way, for it to actually count as you taking a cold shower, we want the water to be on full on cold, blast on cold, and the first thing you feel is just the water is cold. Okay, just have the water on cold first. Then we want you to come back to your room and meditate, which to meditate is simple. You're gonna be focused on the breath, but then your mind's gonna wander. Okay, you're not gonna realize that yet. And then you realize your mind wanders, you come back to the breath after you realize your mind wanders. And that's what meditation is. This cycle, this equation of, okay, my mind wanders, I realize my mind wanders, okay, now I'm going to focus back to the breath. Meditation is such a good thing and such a good practice because it improves your mental health. You make better decisions just from meditating. And you're more present and you can speak to people a lot better. You're not all over in your head having these negative thoughts about yourself. And you can speak to women a lot better. It's a really good habit to have. And the third habit is gratitude journaling, which, by the way, we want you to do after meditating. We want you to write down a sentence of gratitude. Just one sentence. It can be a paragraph you want. You can write as much as you want, okay? But at least one sentence of something that you're grateful for. It can be your phone. It can be your parents, the food, anything. Just be grateful for something. Be grateful that you're under this roof. Like, be grateful that you have a bed. Be grateful that your parents love you, that you have siblings. Okay, just be grateful. And that's what we want to, that's your morning routine. Okay, we want you to do this every single day before going to school, even on weekends, okay? And which, by the way, I forgot to mention, even on weekends, we want you to be waking up and going to sleep at the same time. This way, you don't feel tired, you grow better, and you don't come to school, like let's say on Monday, and you feel all fucking tired because you didn't go to sleep at the same time that you do every single day. We want you to have a consistent sleep schedule. And this all comes down to, like I said, writing down the schedule. And we want you to write down your schedule a day before the next day, okay? So let's say at night, you write down a schedule. Okay, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go take my cold shower, I'm gonna go meditate, I'm gonna do gratitude journaling, then I'm gonna work on my business, or I'm gonna get ready for school, and then I'm gonna go to school, come back, eat, or go to the gym, or do sports. Whatever it is that goes specific to you. And then after that, let's say you go to, now I'm gonna study, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna do something, okay? It's really good for you to start doing these good habits like learning, reading books. That's really good for you, okay? But I'll speak on that a little bit later. Now let's jump into your actual business work that you're gonna start doing. As a teenager, as you can see, I started my YouTube channel, and this is what we want you to start doing as well. We want you to start doing YouTube, documenting your life, giving advice to some other guys too as well, some other young men. But we don't want you to do it in this like Andrew Tate, oh yeah, I'm the best, and yeah, you should listen to me, and you need to be confident. No, don't speak like that, okay? We want you to start your YouTube channel, documenting your life, and giving some advice that you learned, or some advice to other dudes and other young men about what you've been doing with your life lately, and something that can help them become better themselves and stuff like that. We want you to start doing this, okay? Because it's such a good thing. You have social media, right? You start building this good business that can later on help you as an asset. And then you can sell to this audience like a product or shit after a couple of years or a couple of months of building a good audience. This is what we want you to start doing. YouTube, it's such a good thing to do because you start documenting your life. You start actually becoming a little bit more confident. You start speaking to the camera. It's such a good thing to do because it's the first business that you're gonna start with, because YouTube, it's a fucking business, okay? And it's a good thing that you start now. Even if your videos are shitty and they're not good, my videos, you can go to like my YouTube channel and you can check on the oldest one. You know, like there's an option like newest, popular, and oldest. Check the oldest video. Bro, look at me. I didn't speak confidently, or I didn't speak loudly like I do right now. Like I don't speak with a little bit more conviction. You could barely hear my audio on that video. And it's because I made so much progress. Like your videos at first, they're gonna be shit, they're not gonna be good. But after a while, and I know it's a little bit scary, you know, putting your face out in public and social media, and you might be like, oh, but what if my friends see these videos? And It's okay, bro. It's okay if they see your videos. Because you give this advice to other people, you saved someone's life. And you're gonna stop someone's life from being saved because your friend thinks that, oh yeah, you're a little bit weird for making your YouTube channel. You're really gonna let someone die because of that? Just imagine that, bro. You could literally be helping someone and giving them your advice, but because you didn't post that video that one day, that a person dies because of you not doing your work. I know it's a little bit extreme for me to say that, but it's just, like, just imagine that, bro. Like, you could have saved a life, but you didn't. That's how deep this YouTube work can go. You could be saving lives. Think about that. Okay, I'm just gonna leave you with that thought. I know it's a little bit like dark and it feels like a little bit weird, but you just gotta be thinking that thought. That's what I think when I'm making these videos. Like, oh shit, if I don't make these videos, someone could die because I didn't help them, or someone might be demotivated. Yeah, just imagine that, bro. Like, you could be helping someone, genuinely helping someone through your YouTube channel, but because you were scared, yo, someone died. Man, it's just, that hits you in the heart. That hits you like really deep. Now let's talk about learning, studying, and your school grades. So first, learning and studying. We want you to start learning and studying now, okay? Like, I'm not talking about like school specific stuff, like related to school, stuff like that. We want you to start buying books that are good for you. Books that help you improve your life, that give you like good principles on many things like discipline. All these good books that are really good for you, on that help you become better at business and stuff like that. We want you to start reading these books because they're good for you. They make you more knowledgeable. And there's this thing though, that you haven't been taught how to read though. Like, school has fucked up your way of reading. Like, they've told you, oh yeah, you gotta read this chapter to this chapter. No. To read, or to actually like to learn, you gotta love learning. And to love learning, it's not about like reading the specific shit because someone told you to read it. No. It's about what you're interested in the moment. You might want to buy this book because, oh yeah, I'm interested in learning this stuff. Okay? We don't want you to buy fiction books. We want you to buy like knowledgeable, non-fiction books. Like, let me show you an example real quick. Like, just buy a book that you're interested in. Like this book. Like, I was interested in this book, Atomic Habits. And I literally only read like the first 40 pages because I was only interested in it for that long. Like, literally 40 pages. And I'm like, I'm not going to read this anymore. And I haven't read it since. And I know it seems like, bro, but you just wasted your money. No, I didn't. I still learned something because of that book. I learned quite valuable stuff because of that book. Just because I was a little bit interested in it. Learning, bro, understand this. Learning, it has to be fun. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. Like, literally, just grab your AirPods, your headphones and stuff. Put them on, put some... oh, fuck. Put some lo-fi music. And just read. Have a fun time in reading whatever you're interested in. Some books, like self-improvement. Maybe you're interested in this certain topic. Just look through the table of contents of your book and just read. Like, which one you're interested in. Go to that page and read just that chapter. Whatever you're interested in. Because we want to make sure that learning is fun. School has made you hate learning because of these tests and all this BS. But if you want to love learning, you gotta just read the stuff that you're interested in. That's how you read. It's not by like, oh, I'm gonna read this book from the first page to the last page. No, it's about reading what you're interested in. Now, but if you actually truly want to commit yourself into reading a full entire book, that's okay, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think the best way is just to read just by having fun. Just reading stuff that you're interested in, that's knowledgeable, and that makes you a better person. It's just about that. Now let's talk about keeping up your school grades. So how do we want you to keep up your school grades? Well, to keep on your school grades, we want you to just do the work for the classes. But also, there's a specific way to study, which, by the way, I don't study, but I know this method works. And it's just literally going online, searching up some practice problems, and just doing practice problems. Like, literally, just practice some problems that you found on the internet, on the certain topic that, or units that you're on for your classes. That's literally it. It's literally that simple to study. The studying is not like highlighting some stupid shit or whatever, or memorizing some key concepts or some like key terms or whatever, some vocabulary. That can help. But truly to put that in practice, you gotta, like I said, you gotta print some exams or some old exams or some other shit. You just gotta do that. Just practice problems and that you find online. That's literally how you study. Now I don't do it. You might say, oh, but how do you not do it? Well, and it's not to boast, but I'm like one of the smartest kids in the school, and I don't really try because I'm focused mostly on my YouTube channel and sports, and that's really my main focus right now. It's not really school. I don't really care about school, and that's why I'm telling you that YouTube can be really fucking good for you to do, because it's what can free your family, and honestly, it's more fun. YouTube is more fun than school. Sometimes it does feel like work, but it's okay. Okay, it's just okay. There's nothing wrong. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about socializing. Now, socializing is a good thing. Okay, there's many people out there that tell you, oh no, focus on yourself, king, be alone, grind by yourself. But truly, none of us want to be alone. You might say, oh, but I'm an introvert, bro. I'm not an extrovert. I don't like talking to people. Chances are you actually are an extrovert. Majority of us are. But we like to cope because we're scared of talking to people. Just because we're scared of talking to people, that we're introverts. But truly, most of us are extroverts. It's more fun to honestly be around with people. This way, you don't feel as lonely. You don't feel bad about yourself. And honestly, life is more fun when it's around with people. You're gonna die sooner. You don't interact with people if you don't socialize, if you don't build connections. And there's nothing wrong with having a girlfriend at this age. If the girl, like, you want to get with a girlfriend, or you want to get with this girl and she's high quality, you know, she's like kind of wife material, that's okay. There's honestly nothing wrong with having a girlfriend at this age. I will say this, do not get distracted though. Do not get distracted, okay? That's another thing. Don't get distracted with like drugs, with girls. Like, you want to go and like, instead of focusing on like your work, you go and replace this work with texting a girl or going and hanging just with that girl and not actually working on yourself. We still want you to work on yourself, but we also want you to socialize, because we don't want you to be a weirdo. We don't want you to be alone and stuff like that. We want you to socialize with people. We want you to have friends, but we don't want you to have Jeffrey friends, which are friends that are pretty much the ones that do the bad habits, who play video games, who eat junk food, who watch porn. We don't want you to have those friends, okay? We want you to have these good friends who are probably athletes, who also have like kind of the same mindset as you. Chances are, if you're watching this video and you're watching it till the end, you want to actually improve your life. And that's a good thing, bro. That is a great thing. And truly, I know it's a little bit hard, but some of your friends, you're going to have to slowly start getting away from them. And if there's another group of friends that you know, like, oh yeah, these kids are good. These kids actually do habits that are good for them, and they're successful. They're going to be millionaires. Go and talk to them. Like, honestly, just go and do that. Start socializing. It's okay to have a fun life, okay? I know with school, sometimes it's a little bit hard to schedule things in and go and do some fun events with friends, but from time to time, do something fun with your friends. Go to hiking, or go to a restaurant, or go to the park, play some sports with them, do some fun shit with them. Go and work out, like, do this massive workout with them. This is something that, the stuff that I've done specifically, I haven't done like these big workouts with my friends, but I have like gone to sports, play with them, and like at the park and sit and stuff like that. Or I've invited them to my house to have a, let's say, a carne asada, which, if you're not Mexican, it's pretty much like a barbecue, okay? And just just do these fun things with your friends, because we want you to be, first of all, you're a teenager, bro. We want you to have a little bit of fun, okay? We don't want you to be on full-on grind mode. There's nothing wrong with grinding, okay? There's nothing wrong with working hard and stuff like that. But we don't want you to be a weirdo, okay? We don't want you to be this lone wolf who doesn't have friends and stuff like that. We want you to have friends. We want you to socialize. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with talking to women. Obviously, there's stuff wrong with degeneracy and fucking at this age. There's stuff wrong with that and doing drugs. But actually hanging out with your boys and having fun, doing fun shit that's actually healthy, that's not drugs. To be outside and fucking doing some wrestling and shit, that's fun. That's honestly fun. Doing sports, that's fun. So start doing this, bro. If you have any questions, bro, you can DM me on Instagram. Because chances are you have Instagram. You're a teenager. Obviously, you're going to have Instagram. And if you have any questions on this, or if you're interested in my coaching, you can still text me through Instagram and we can do it that way. If you don't have Calendly or you don't have Zoom, it's okay, okay? And other than that, my name is Ricky Cervantes. This is my self-improvement, unconventional YouTube channel where I teach young men like you some advice that I've learned, some guides and stuff like that, okay? And if you want to improve your life or you want to just listen to my advice and you want to grow alongside with me, like and subscribe. Other than that, bro, peace out. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.